I've been going this thing out for a while now. See how far I can take it, man.
Charles, what did resting last week do for you?
Say it again.
What did resting last week do for you?
I just feel like, especially it being a short week, being able to get out here and put some good work in with the guys, and I felt like we, as a collective unit, we came in and put in a great week of work.
I wonder if you could take us back through the conversation to not play last week. Coach said it was up to you really to try to get those 16 yards or whatever.
At the end of the day, I just didn't care enough about it. I felt like I could get some rest and let the guys go out there and just play the game instead of worrying about getting this old guy 16 yards, man. It just never felt right, man.
You have talked for several years now about legacy and stuff like that. But you're talking more about team legacy, Super Bowls than legacy like 1,000.
Yeah, those, yeah, I mean, I think without a doubt, I'm thinking more Super Bowls when I talk legacy, and just having that desire to be a certain type of teammate day in, day out, and channeling that right mindset for sure.
Travis, when you played Miami and Germany, what can you take from that game? How different are these two teams as they battle for a spot?
Well, first thing is that they have a really good secondary. I think that's one of their best secondaries in the league. That being said, Fangio's got them playing very good as a collective unit. They fly around, they play physical football. And with that being said, we got to be able to control the line of scrimmage and make third downs a lot easier with good plays and good movement on first and second.
Travis, I know this isn't front of your mind now, but a month and a half ago you had an interview where you mentioned that you think about retirement. Just wondering if you've made a decision.
Do you guys think about retirement? Am I the only one in this boat?
No.
Is anybody else in this thing? All right, bro. Whoever's not thinking about stuff down the road, you know, I blame you. I think it's just I have no reason to stop playing football, man. I love it. We still have success. Come in with the right mindset, and I just love the challenge that it gives me every single day to try and be at my best. And like I said, I have no desire to stop anytime soon.
But you said you've thought about it. What would you do if you weren't playing football?
That's the point. The off season, you know, being able to get out there and really find what you love to do. And I've been fortunate to do a few things outside of the sports world that I've been enjoying doing, like getting on camera. The SNL stuff kind of opened up a new happiness and a new maybe a new career path for me. But it's funny for me to even say that at this point in my career, because I think it's so much further down the road than it is right now.
Travis, when you get a break like you did last week, you have had so much attention from all the defenses. They play you physical. They try to disrupt everything. You're the main guy. Did you get any perspective on maybe a way to, I don't know, handle that kind of attention, or what you can do to kind of somehow, you know, kind of free up a little bit? Were you looking at videos?
Still ways to impact the game, and that's in the run game, being able to be a good blocker, in the pass game, running my routes accordingly to get other guys open if it's possible. You know, getting a lot of attention, you can free up a lot of guys, and I think that's the biggest thing, is you're still finding ways to help out the team, even if they are quote unquote taking you away. But yeah, love the challenge.
I apologize, Travis. In your 11 years in the league now, between the hyperextended end, you know, in week one, and just the little nicks and dings that go throughout the year in the challenges with the offense, has this been the most challenging year for you, maybe?
Man, I would have to go down the list year by year, but I've enjoyed the challenge of this year. Obviously, not the same success, but it's a different journey, and you just got to appreciate every journey as they come along, man.
What about this challenge have you enjoyed?
It's like I said, it's just new. It's new. It's a new feel. It's a new challenge to, you know, find ways to get open. It's a new challenge to find ways to get wins. I think I went up to a Menahu after one game or during one game and said, man, we just got to become a team that just grinds these games out, man. It's not the same NFL as it was for us a few years ago, and for whatever reason, you know, when it comes down to third, fourth quarter, we just got to be able to grind it out as a team. And I think everybody understands that.
At what point have y'all understood that, you know, the points just are not going to come as much as like they used to?
You know, I think you're always trying to challenge yourself to have that, you know, to get back to that success, because those are the expectations you set for yourself, right? So it's not just accepting it. It's still trying to get to those goals, but at the same time, understand situational football towards the end of games and be there when your team needs you the most.
What's the key to locking in on the playoffs? I mean, you feel the difference in the air right now.
At this point in the year, you just know you got a special team. You know, you've gone through the ups and downs of the season. You find yourself sitting in the playoffs, and anything can happen in the dance.
Couple more.
Yeah, Drew.
So much playoff experience yourself, and even your young guys have a lot of playoff experience because you won the Super Bowl last year. How important is that, and can you maybe remember what it was like your very first playoff game? There wasn't a lot of people on this team who had playoff experience at that point.
I mean, it's just going to be really fast. It is what it is. The playoffs are that much faster, and it kind of gradually goes steps as you go along in the playoffs, and you got to practice that much harder. You know, it's not necessarily that you're practicing harder. You're just practicing with that much more focus on the little things, and it's because, you know, things happen faster in the playoffs, and it can be overwhelming, but at the same time, I think that's why you got good leaders, guys that have been there, and we've been fortunate to have those guys.
The experience is valuable, though?
Oh yeah, I mean, guys are just flying around. They don't know what they don't know, baby.
We'll close it out with Adam and then Nate.
Travis, you talked a minute ago about how this has been a different kind of journey for you guys, and had to find different ways to get the job done. Has that had an effect on Pat, you think, one way or the other?
I mean, we're all growing in this thing together. It is, you know, I think Coach Reed, even over the course of his career, he's had some ups and downs, but understands, you know, what it takes to get there. And so you latch onto those leaders, and you take advice when you can, and just roll with the punches, because we all are still kind of learning in this thing together. Every single season is going to be different, and you got to accept it.
And Travis,
Kansas City has always been a city of stories, a place where rivers, railways, and roaring crowds have intertwined to create legends. But none of those tales have shimmered quite like the one being written right now by Travis Kelce, the tight end who refuses to be defined by numbers alone. When Kelce steps onto the field, there's a spark in his stride that hints at something deeper than chasing another first down. He's been candid about it. Yardage records and statistics don't keep him awake at night. It's the Super Bowls, the parades down Grand Boulevard, the chance to etch his name alongside football's greatest dynasties that sets his pulse racing. This season hasn't been a march of blowouts and fireworks. Instead, the Chiefs have had to grind out tough games, battling through adversity in a way that's tested and reshaped their identity. For Kelce, this isn't a setback. It's a revelation. He relishes these hard-fought victories, emerging from the trenches with a grin, knowing that every win earned this way is a memory for the ages. Football has a peculiar way of revealing character, of stripping away the flash and leaving only grit. Kelce, now one of the veterans in a locker room filled with hungry young talent, thrives in that environment. Some might expect him to start thinking about retirement, about saving his body for the next chapter. Instead, he's recharging, fueled by a love for the game that hasn't dimmed since his rookie days. His eyes still light up when he talks about practice, about the camaraderie of the huddle, about the chance to make a difference on any given Sunday. Yet, what makes Kelce's journey truly fascinating is what's happening off the field. Hosting Saturday Night Live, a gig that would have seemed like a pipe dream for a kid from Cleveland Heights, not only showcased his charisma, but also cracked open the door to a world beyond football. The bright lights, the scripted lines, the challenge of connecting with an audience in an entirely new way all left their mark. Kelce isn't just an athlete anymore. He's a personality, a brand, a man with options. But the plot thickens with the arrival of Taylor Swift, a global superstar who understands the pressures and passions of life in the spotlight better than almost anyone. Kelce isn't shy about the impact she's had on his outlook. Watching Swift command stadiums, pour her soul into every performance, and maintain an unbreakable focus on her craft has lit a new fire inside him. It's a lesson in relentless pursuit, in never settling for anything less than extraordinary. Where some might fold under the glare of such public attention, Kelce has drawn strength from it. He's made her work ethic his own, recalibrating his daily routines, striving to match her dedication with every rep and every route. There's an alchemy at work here, a cross-pollination of ambition that elevates both of them. Chiefs fans have noticed the difference. Kelce's play has taken on a sharper edge. His celebrations are a little more exuberant, his leadership a little more vocal. He's not just playing for himself or even for his teammates. He's playing for something bigger, the chance to inspire, to lead by example, to show that greatness is never a solo journey. It's a message that resonates far beyond Arrowhead Stadium. What makes this moment so compelling is the sense that none of it is scripted. Kelce is living in real time, balancing the demands of football and fame, finding joy in the everyday grind, and sharing his evolution with the world. The story isn't finished, not by a long shot. There are more games to play, more obstacles to overcome, more chapters to write. Wherever this season leads, one thing is certain. Travis Kelce is chasing legacy, not just for himself, but for everyone who believes that passion, perseverance, and a little inspiration can turn the ordinary into something unforgettable. And as long as that fire burns, the whole world will be watching, eager to see what comes next.